cocksuckers, panelists! I hope you all enjoy the show. Yes, I do.
Hello everyone, welcome to Joe Consume Cinema. I'm your host, Joe You're Crazy. Nope, but I am a carrier, and today we have a first-time movie reaction to the 2026 film, Bury the Dead. So, I've never heard of this film. I think it's a zombie movie. Judging by the poster, one character has an axe. It looks like they're standing over a grave, so yeah, pretty sure it's a zombie movie. The lead actress, I don't remember her name, but she played Ren in the Star Wars, remakes or, prequels or whatever the hell that was. The first one was like an okay film, and then the other two were bad films. I think they, had a different director each film, and it just was severely disjointed and not good at all. But I thought she was okay as, like, as far as her acting goes in the first film, I thought she was, fine. I saw a little bit of 2 and didn't even, bother with 3 because at that point they had completely jumped the shark. But not to harp too much on that, it's just, that's my only, knowledge of her comes from that one film. And she did an okay job, so I think this is going to be interesting. It's another 90-minute film. I've been talking recently about how, as I've gotten older, come to enjoy 90-minute films when they're done well, just a lot more. And yeah, I'm eager to get to this one. But before I begin, as always, remember to blank, blank, and blank. It is still very much a small channel, so every like, comment, share, subscribe that we can get really helps out. Really appreciate it. Patreon link down below. I'm really trying to push the Patreon this year, so if you could sign up, even just as a free member, you'd be doing me a ton of good. With that, let's get right to it.
We can't forget the Wilsons.
Newly married couple?
Hey, this is Mitch. Please leave a message, and I'll get right back to you.
Please, tell me you're okay. I've been trying the resort, but no one's answering them. They're saying on the news, I love you. I'll keep trying. I'll keep trying.
Interesting start. Not sure if they were recently married or they were just at like some party or something that looked like a wedding. That's a nuke.
Tragic images continue to emerge. U.S. military's accidental deployment of an experimental weapon.
Sounds like something Trump would do.
And apparently they didn't feel a thing, just kind of drifted off to sleep. Hopefully he's one of the lucky ones that wakes up.
An electromagnetic pulse resulted in the catastrophic neural failure of all living things on the island.
Welcome to Devonport.
Massive recovery effort. See the Chinook in the background. Well, I'll say this for the movie, it doesn't waste any time.
I'm here on a compassionate grounds exemption. I'd like to join the body retrieval unit down in the South Woodbridge.
No one's going south of Hobart yet.
Sorry?
The whole city's still burning. Who was down there?
My husband.
Sorry. It's just how it is.
Rare circumstances, we're observing unusual behaviour from some of the deceased. Take it from me, lights are on, no one's home. Listen, the military will be there to take care of them, efficiently.
I can assure you they are docile, slow moving. You have nothing to fear.
It's very ominous. They're docile and slow. It's about to change for damn sure.
Why only some of them?
It's going to be okay.
This needs to be a purely military operation, but they're so desperate for manpower that they've reached out to anyone that can come. Yes, perfect grounds for a lot of things to go wrong here.
Hey, you okay?
I need to go. I need to hug my girls.
Civilians are not trained for this shit.
Anyone home? You there? Oi!
Why do only some of them come back? Not all of them.
Fuck if I know.
Way too heavy to lift.
With this ring, if I can get it on.
Oh, my boy! My boy!
happened?
They were trying to get pregnant. Oh shit. That's fucking creepy as hell. Just standing there.
Hey!
It almost looked like he was trying to speak.
Fuck.
Yeah, it's gonna be a while before they get to, you know, where her husband might be. So, of course, she's gonna be sneaking out trying to do it on her own.
Going somewhere?
Gotta blow off some steam with that lot.
Well, Ava, here's to all the Lady McFucking Lightasses in their narrow fucking hallways.
The man in the garage today, he seemed like he wasn't fully gone. Like a part of him was still there. Like he was lost, scared.
I saw a guy covered in fucking motor oil who just came back from the dead.
More than just a chicken without its head. If Mitch is like that...
Then what?
She has to cling on to some kind of hope, but it's really not looking good. Maybe what happened is they released some kind of virus accidentally, and the explosion that we saw is them trying to, you know, prevent its spread. Only it wasn't effective enough. Oh shit. I was thinking that's more in line with where we're going with this, but that was just a nightmare.
Jesus Christ.
Some way to end a fucking box.
Bachelor party with strippers.
You fancy a bump?
Getting way too fucking comfortable with this type of job.
We got the chance on something like that, though.
Here we go.
If we stick to the suburbs that are already cleared, there should be a way to get to the highway without them spawning us.
Wait up, Ava. You might have signed up to this to find your hubby, but I want to make a difference. My country needs me. The dead need me. I'm just fucking with you.
This is really the point where you should be calling for help. Ugh. That's so fucking unnerving.
Can you hear?
Ugh.
Ava!
That was really effective in how disturbing it was. You know, the grinding of the teeth to the point where they literally break.
Shit. Quick, over there.
Ah, shit. It's missing an arm.
Fucking Mars. Fuck are they?
This is like fallout from the explosion. They're just fucking breathing it in. I mean, it could just be ash, but it could be what's causing this. Film has really cool imagery.
There. Fuck me. Think I'm all good.
Who the fuck is that?
Buddy, we're closed. There'll be a dead cunt somewhere else.
Shit. That's a really good time to get caught right there.
What are you two doing down here? Toronto's restricted.
I'm looking for someone.
Who?
My husband.
Sit tight. Let's go.
I'm sorry, Mitch.
Why didn't you pick up when I called?
Some mate you got there. Bloke did a bloody run on. Said he needed to take a piss. Gave him the benefit of the doubt, and he left me in the dust. They'll throw the book at him now. I know what you're going through. Closure is important. I'm going to give you safe passage through to Woodbridge.
Almost say. Place was run by an old farmer and his wife.
I'm a half-decent cook when I want to be.
I thought you were just picking up some things.
I'm running on fumes, so let's grab something while we're here.
Did that guy really run away or did he kill him? This seems a little fishy.
Don't let it get cold. Try some of the corn.
Yeah, this is his house.
Katie, my wife, we were expecting our first little boy. Found him in the house. He was a special kind of cruel.
When are we leaving?
Son, something I need to ask you.
What the hell is this? Is she dressing up in the wife's clothes? Yeah, having a knife ready is very useful.
I'm ready. Just one dance. That's all.
Yeah, I think he killed that other guy. He did not run away. This is about to escalate.
I'm sorry, Katie. I love you. You know, we're in... I told you to put everything on. The ring as well.
Song's over. We danced. Now please take me to my husband.
But, you ruined everything. I'm sorry. It's my fault. Can you please put it on?
No, I'm not taking my ring off.
Put it on. Well, our deal's over.
I said stay back! Why?
Get the fuck away from me! I'm not your fucking wife! Leave me alone, please! Leave me alone!
This got fucking crazy.
Ava!
Oh, God.
Oh, my God. You want to know why only some of them come back? It's because they're the ones with unfinished business. All she wanted was to be a mum, and she will. She'll be a great mum. He's alive. I felt him kick. Open up the door! Ava!
Needs the car keys. Be quick. You gotta sprint.
Ava! Come on.
Oh my God.
Ava, come out of there. It's not safe. You can't stay in here all night.
Sweetie, I can't find my ring. Did you see it? Should we go get it? Then we can finish our dance.
He's so desperate for it to be real.
You shouldn't have ruined.
Oh shit.
I don't think that's a good idea right now.
So their marriage was struggling. Inability to have a kid put a lot of strain on them. Maybe there was like an affair or something? Why the hell is it digging? Is it burying its family?
Just a little further.
This is a really weird zombie portrayal. It had the wherewithal to recognize that its family was dead, decided to dig a grave for them, and then let itself be killed so that it could join its family and rest. Moment of truth here. Here's the employee of the month.
Hi, babe.
I'm here.
Oh shit, he cheated. Took out the wedding ring too.
She's pretty.
Well, no unfinished business? We're just gonna leave this giant fucking mess the way it is? Wake up. Please wake up. Please.
Ava.
Mitch.
He's alive. Thought he was dead for sure.
We started fighting. A lot. I hooked up with someone.
I thought there was hints of an affair.
How'd you get away from that fucking psycho?
How'd you get away from the psycho? I think it's time to give up the wedding ring. Little Viking funeral here. Mitch doesn't seem worthy of it. It's the fucking wife. The pregnant wife.
Ava!
I'd just run her over and end the movie. She had the baby? Is it human? Okay, I took some time just to gather my thoughts. That was We Bury the Dead. I think I called it Bury the Dead in the intro. But overall, like a decent flick. Didn't really make a whole lot of use of zombies, given the fact that it's a zombie film. Like, I like the fact that the movie got started right away. You know, we had our little intro with Eva and Mitch. You know, a couple very close together. They were either at their wedding or, you know, some function similar to that. And they looked like a nice, happy couple. And then it hits us with, you know, the blast and how it's this experimental U.S. weapon that accidentally got launched. And yeah, it's this, you know, huge humanitarian disaster on Tasmania, right off the coast of Australia. And yeah, we're pretty much off to the races because we have Eva and a bunch of other people heading towards the island to act as volunteers to clean up all the dead bodies from, you know, the total devastation from the attack. We don't get an explanation of what, you know, that weapon was. It's just very devastating, kills basically everyone, except as they're starting to clear the bodies, some of them notice that not everyone is completely dead. They start coming back. And at first, they're super docile. They just, like, stare at you. They don't really do anything. And I knew right away at some point, you know, there's going to be some trigger to where, you know, we really get a full-on, you know, zombie attack, something along those lines. We sort of got a little bit of it, but just not enough, in my opinion. Like, it would have been really cool, even though, you know, a bit stereotypical, if, you know, all the buried dead people came back and, you know, started attacking people. And, you know, I think it would have given the story a little bit more conflict. Instead, this story is sort of focused on the human side of, you know, a zombie apocalypse, even though it's kind of like a light zombie apocalypse, really. You know, we had that Marine character who just couldn't accept the fact that his wife and, you know, unborn child were dead and gone, and, you know, he just couldn't come to terms with that. So, yeah, he just sort of kept them around, and, you know, he swore that he felt the baby kicking, so he's sort of like holding on to hope that, you know, I can hold on to some part of my family. I don't have to give it up. But he took it to this place of, you know, extreme psychosis. You know, the whole scene where Eva dresses in her gown, is supposed to put on the wedding ring and, you know, pretend that she's the wife dancing with the husband, and it was so creepy and weird. And then the scene in the barn where you have all those chained up dead people, he's sort of like studying them, trying to figure it out because he can use that information potentially with regard to his wife and, you know, unborn child. So yeah, like the human side and the inability to accept the fact that, you know, your loved ones are gone was a bigger threat than the actual zombies themselves. We had a handful of attacks here and there, but, you know, not really anything special. The coolest thing with the zombies in this film is the, the teeth chattering, the grinding of the teeth to the point where they break, and then, every once in a while, there were maybe like 3 or 4 actual attacks, and, it wasn't anything special. She, like, clobbered him in the head, hit him with something sharp or blunt, and, that was pretty much it. Big build up to her finally getting to Mitch, who's at the southern point of the island. You saw in the beginning of the film, she volunteers to clear all these dead bodies from these houses, and she looks at the map and, does the math and realizes it's going to take me forever to get from, where they were to the, very southern point of the island where Mitch is supposed to be. Forget that guy's name, but the guy that actually helped her along the way, he gets convinced to do the right thing, mostly just because he wants to, ride that motorcycle. And yeah, they didn't really explain the whole scene, how he just disappears after they meet the Marine guy. So there are definitely some plot holes in this film. It was enjoyable. It's a 90-minute film, and, going into a film, if it's short, I don't feel as bad about, the time I've spent on it, even if I, have some issues with the film. Overall, I think it was a decent film. There's just, like, some things here and there that bothered me a little bit, and I don't think were super necessary. Also felt the ending was really weird. You had what's-his-name's wife give birth, and, like, the zombie behavior in this film was very strange. You had that one guy who was in the camper with the rest of his family. He came back, and his first instinct was to bury his family. And then he just stood there in the grave, waiting for her to, bash his head in so he could be buried with them. So in this film, this universe, they hold on to a little bit of their humanity, and they sort of remember things. But it's not much more past, stuff that's really close to them. Like, I guess zombie, whatever her name was, the wife, realized that, she's supposed to protect and care for her child, and she's not capable of doing that. So, she sort of signaled in her own kind of way that, something's going on where she just gave birth and the child is nearby. You have to take care of it. I obviously can't, that type of thing. So yeah, it was a weird one. Definitely worth a watch. I don't know, again, that actress's name. I should have looked it up before I started the review, but it's a little bit too late. But yeah, she did a really good job in the film. A lot of different emotions going on, especially that scene where he actually finds Mitch, and, it's so messed up because he cheated on her, and then, the apocalypse happens, and, she's here trying to hold on to some part of her relationship with him and, their marriage and all that, potentially having a child with him. Just a last sliver of hope that, he'll come back. He doesn't come back. He cheated on her in his last act and then died in the apocalypse. So yeah, it's a really weird tonal film, and that scene is very strange, but she did a good job with all these mixed emotions, going throughout. And yeah, I think she's a good actress. And yeah, honestly, I can't really think of anything else to say. So as always, thanks for watching, and peace.